Formula One history. Best as in amazing for the crowd, but absolutely horrendous for the drivers. Where if we take a look at last year's race, it actually looked like a clip from the least toxic F123 lobby. Last year in Australia, we had tragedy after tragedy and so many explosive moments on track that my grandpa watching it with me thought that he was in Vietnam all over again. The race had 3 red flags, making it F1's most stopped race of all time, and I'd also say that that race was the day of reckoning, as we had the Spanish Civil War, the French Civil War, FIA Civil War, and of course, the tire revolution. Bono, good sir, my tires are gone. Now this is why I call the 2023 Australian Grand Prix the Historical Reenactment Group, where monkey-brained individuals can learn more about history through Formula One. However, I'm not here to talk about last year's Australian Grand Prix. What I'm actually here to talk about in this video is the 2024 Australian Grand Prix, ladies and gentlemen. That is right, guys, the craziest race we've had so far this year, and I'm gonna give you guys the most idiotic recap that you'll ever witness. Now, the 2024 Australian Grand Prix is not that far different from the Historical Reenactment Group. Matter of fact, I'd actually call it the Spanish colonization of Australia. You'll see why eventually. But for those of you thinking, Rick, why is this video longer than the official F1 race highlights? Well, not only is this video like 5 times better, but I'll be covering free practice, qualifying, race, post-race, and make a final verdict for it, which can range from hell yeah, this race was awesome, to I fell asleep. With all of these things covered, this could save you 10 minutes of your life, which is the equivalent to 10 Dutch national anthems. So all I can say is you're welcome. Now let's jump back in time to Friday. Free practice is underway and everyone is praying that Max Verstappen does not make Australia boring like he did with Saudi Arabia. Anyways, the session was going fine, just the usual practice sessions we get in Formula One where the majority of fans are delusional that their favorite driver is gonna win. Daniel Ricciardo smiles not knowing the atrocious weekend that he's about to have. Everyone forgets what track limits are. Mercedes fans want to start crying. As for Aston Martin and Alonso fans, we've been crying since Bahrain. But amazing news was when Carlos Sainz finally got back on track after looking like this 2 weeks ago, and a bear had to replace him. But then he drove in practice as if he never left. Then Charles Leclerc foreshadows George Russell's race result. George Russell then foreshadows it again by himself. Lance Stroll nearly hits a bird. Team LH still think Lewis has a chance to win after getting P18 in practice, and everyone impedes each other.
Yeah, get out of the way. Dangerous.
What is he doing? Look at this. My God.
Guys, I always find Lewis has points in the track.
There's one thing that is certain, is that you get an Aston Martin at one point in the middle. All the time.
Now this, I believe, shows the problem with society. You can give human beings the fastest cars in the world and there would still be traffic. Which is why I think that everyone should have Elon Musk's Neuralink brain chips installed into their heads. Not just to combat traffic, but also so I can blow up the one that's inside of Lance Stroll's head. But anyways, free practice was relatively normal and everyone expected nothing more. Until a Williams decided to make love to the barriers at turn 6, which pretty much had me reacting like this. Oh my God, Logan! Logan, no, oh my, why? Why? Not again, Logan. How do you expect to spread freedom and democracy if you keep crashing like this? Oh my God, man. Oh, wait, that was Albon? Oh. Yeah, sorry about that, Logan. It's just, you know, force of habit. So after Alex Albon sent his Williams flying into the wall, crashing at turn 6, which is the same corner that he crashed at last year, his car is now a cripple and everyone at Williams panics as they probably won't be able to get the car repaired on time for qualifying or the race. Which leads them to pull off one of the fairest decisions in Formula One history and gave Logan's car to Albon. Absolutely brilliant stuff, Williams, giving the car to the driver which crashed there last year in the same corner that he just did a couple minutes ago. Now, right after this controversial decision Williams made where they rejected freedom and democracy, James Vowles says to the press that the decision to give the car to Albon was the hardest decision he's ever had to make. Now this was a nicer way of saying you, Logan, you can't drive for shit. But then again, I understand James's point of view. Alex is the better driver, and not only is Logan a ticking time bomb on track, not as much as George though, but James knows that the Williams car can't handle the sheer freedom and democracy that Logan has coursing through his veins. Like, he just knows that Logan is gonna start shooting up the drivers in front of him the moment he gets overtaken. But jokes aside though, I thought that this decision was not fair at all to Logan. Like, I get it from a performance perspective, but Alex crashed his car, so it's his consequence to not be able to race. Like, the disrespect is also crazy. If I was Logan, I would probably have bottled my car too so that no one gets to race. But what surprised me about his decision the most is that no one saw it coming. I mean, come on guys. This is James Vowles we're talking about. You guys know his track record of dealing with second drivers.
With Max Verstappen. But I don't know why Mercedes are really doing this.
Valtteri, it's James. Please abort the fastest lap attempt for the inner lap.
But aside from F1's off-track drama, which is more entertaining than whatever happens on track nowadays, we now head to Saturday's qualifying, where I had more entertainment looking at my wall instead of the actual session. But from what I can remember, Charles Leclerc abandons his lap. As for Alonso, let's not talk about Alonso, guys. This has not been a good weekend for him. But anyways, Lewis Hamilton gets knocked the out of P10, leaving Ferrari starting to regret the decisions they've made for 2025. Daniel Ricciardo finally realizes that he's having a weekend and the entire world is against him. Carlos Sainz is in the front row after removing his appendix, which I actually believe made him faster by at least 2/10. And finally, let's not forget the usual.
Result of qualifying, Max Verstappen with his third pole position out of 3. Carlos Sainz in second on the front row, and Sergio Perez completing the top 3.
But now we're here, ladies and gentlemen. It is race day. Everyone is excited, the atmosphere is lively, and everyone cannot wait to see cars racing on track and for Max Verstappen to win by like 45 seconds. I personally was still sleeping during this time because I still didn't manage to hear my alarm after it repeated like 5 times. Like, I am not even making this up. This is what my alarm sounds like, and I still managed to sleep through it. But as soon as I woke up, I got on my computer, went to an F1 stream, and all I can say is holy. And this is a recap of everything that happened. Max Verstappen was on fire, quite literally, and dies, which had me reacting like this. Oh my god, Max is dead. Oh, he dead, man, he dead as hell. Carlos then takes the lead and invades all of Australia. Fernando Alonso tries to make a tractor go fast, but fails miserably because the car is utterly